So we're going to start with some listening comprehension and vocabulary. I'm going to read this sentence and it has a word missing, and you guys have to figure out what word is missing. The farm animals slept in the... Okay, so we have 4 different options here. We have bed, barn, box, car. So what do you think the right answer is? Barn. Ding, 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 ding. Good job, guys. I mean, I guess farm animals could sleep in a bed or a box or a car, but that doesn't make as much sense, right? It makes more sense for them to sleep in a barn. The kids ate their breakfast at the kitchen. TV, playground, refrigerator, table. What do you think it is? Table. Ding, 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 ding. I feel like Nolan says ding, ding, ding. So I'm being like Nolan. Okay, so I guess some people might watch TV while they eat in the kitchen. I don't have a kitchen in my, I don't have a TV in my kitchen, but I know some people do, and some people might watch TV, but it doesn't make sense to say the kids ate their breakfast at the kitchen TV, right? It also doesn't make sense to say at the kitchen refrigerator, but we eat at the kitchen table. Good. I picked flowers for my mom. She put them in a book, bucket, vase, backpack. What do you think it is? It's a vase. Ding, 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 ding. So it's actually funny because Avery's been picking flowers and putting them in books to press them, but that's not usually where we put flowers if we pick them, right? We usually put them in a vase with water so they can look nice and fresh for a little while. I wonder if any of you have a vase with flowers in it at your house right now. Maybe you do. Okay, let's do a couple more. My dad was building a tree house. He needed wood, a hammer, and nails, nest, apple, table. Hold on, Betty. Okay, hold on. What do you think the answer is? Nails. Ding, 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 ding. So my dad was building a tree house. He needed wood, a hammer, and nails. Now you might need a table for building, but nails is the best answer, especially since it talked about a hammer, right? Okay. The kittens were playing with a big ball of soccer ball, yarn, leaves, kittens. So what makes the most sense there? The kittens were playing with a big ball of, well, this is a big ball, right? But it's not a big ball of soccer ball. That doesn't make sense. It's a big ball of yarn. Ding, 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 ding. And here, there is a big ball of kittens, but that doesn't really make sense either, right? And you know what? Neo actually does like to play with leaves too, but a big ball of leaves also doesn't really make sense. So it's a big ball of yarn. All right, I think this will be our last one, guys. The kids were playing at the beach. They got hot, so they took a break and sat under an sandcastle, seashell, sunshine, umbrella. What makes the most sense there? They sat under an umbrella. Remember how we talked about animals sometimes use the shade from trees to help them cool off? People can sit under trees too, but at the beach sometimes people like to sit under an umbrella. And not because it's raining, it's because it gives you some shade from the sunshine, right? I think sitting under a seashell wouldn't help you out very much. right? Sitting under the sun, that's going to make you even hotter, and I don't think it's even possible to sit under a sandcastle unless someone built a huge sandcastle. All right, guys, so that's all we're going to do today for vocabulary. Stay tuned for math. You're going to need these sticks that I sent home with you guys. So these should be somewhere in your homeschool bag. So if you could pull out these sticks, these will help you with learning about tally marks. All right, see you in a bit. All right, it's time for math, and you received some popsicle sticks in your bags that I sent home with you. So I think you guys know how to do just like the most basic tally marks. Like this is obviously 1, 2. So if I was going to draw that with tally marks, I would do it like this. 1, 2, except it wouldn't have that little hat up there, right? Now that looks like the number 11. That's tricky. But if we're doing them as tally marks, you know what? I probably would put them in closer together. I'd put them like that. Wah! This is going to be hard for me. Okay. Okay, guys. So that kind of looks like 2 tally marks. If I added 3, 4, and again, this should look familiar to you because of table points, I would just add 2 more lines. Now it doesn't look like the number 11, right? Now it looks like 4 tally marks. Now here's where it gets interesting. When we're using tally marks, our 5th tally mark doesn't go here. Our 5th tally mark goes across like this. And here's how we remember. We have a little poem that we can say. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5 shuts the door. Goodness gracious, my tally marks are getting all over the place. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5 shuts the door. There you go. So if I was going to do a 5th tally mark, I would go across like that. That's why you guys, when we do table points, you see me draw them like this. And when you see a group like that, it means that's a group of 5. You know how when we fill up 10 frames, we know that there's 10 in there, so we don't even have to count those? It works the same way with tally marks, except we make groups of 5. So when you see a group like this that looks like a little gate, you know, without even counting it, that that's 5. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5 shuts the door. Now we're going to make a space with like your spaceman or space lady, and we're going to start a new group. 6, 7, 8, 9. See how I have 4 in a row? So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me draw that up here. I'm going to make a space, right? Because I don't want them to be right next to each other. I want to show that they're separate groups. 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Now let's say your table had 9 table points, and then you were doing an awesome, awesome job. And I said, all right, guys, you get a table point. You would cross it. Because when you put your 5th in a group, you have to cross it. So here's how the whole poem goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5 shuts the door. 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10 draws the line. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5 shuts the door. 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10 draws the line. Okay, guys, so when you see a group like this, you know that it's 10 tally marks. 5, 10. Okay, are you guys ready to practice making tally marks with your sticks? So I'm going to give you a number. Let's see. I need to get my eraser here. Let's erase these. I'm going to give you a number, and I want you guys to try to show that number of tally marks, okay? So the first number I want you to try, we'll start out pretty easy. Show me 3 with your sticks. I'll do it down here too, and then I'll show you. And remember, put your tally marks pretty close together. You don't need spaces between them unless you're starting a new group. Ready? 3. 1, 2, 3. That one's pretty easy, right? Okay, you ready to get a little tougher? Show me 5 tally marks with your sticks. I guess if you don't have your sticks, you can try to use your whiteboard. That's fine too. Give you about 5 more seconds. You're making the number 5 with tally marks. You ready? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, number 5 shuts the door. And if I was going to draw that, 1, 2, 3, 4, number 5 shuts the door. So you know that's a group of 5, right? Okay, you ready to do another one? Let's do the number 7. So show me the number 7, either with your sticks or with drawing tally marks on your whiteboard. Now this might feel tricky for you. If this feels tricky for you, that's okay, because we've never done this before. I'm just trying to challenge you guys a little bit. All right, you ready? So I'm showing you the number 7 with sticks. We have 5, 6, 7. You know what? This is kind of like an addition problem. 5 and 2 is 7, right? Okay, and don't forget, you need to have a space there. You don't want to put them right next to each other like that, because then it looks like one big group. You want to make sure it's clear that you're starting a new group. Same thing if I was drawing them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then make a space, 6, 7, and that's where I'm starting my new group over there. Okay, guys, let's do a couple more. Now I want you to show me the number 9. Show me the number 9 with your sticks. I tried, buddy. Just give me a minute. Okay, ready? There's 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did you get it? Is it getting a little bit easier? If not, that's okay. We can keep practicing. All right, this will be our last one. I think you know which one's coming next. I want you to make, whoa, that's a crazy one. I want you to make the number 10 with your sticks. Give you about 5 more seconds to do that. All right, let's see if you got it. 5, 10. Those of you who are learning to count by 5s, when you're using tally marks, you get to use that skill. You get to count by 5s. So let's do our little poem. If you remember the words in our poem, go ahead and say it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, number 5 shuts the door. 6, 7, 8, 9, number 10 draws the line. Now, for an extra challenge, if you have your whiteboard, try to draw those out. Hold on, baby. Number 5 shuts the door, and then make a space. 6, 7, 8, 9, number 10 draws a line. Awesome job, guys. You just learned about tally marks. Now you can do your own table points or any sort of points. Tally marks are great when you're collecting information or trying to keep track of something. Okay, so why don't you guys see if you can figure out some ways to use tally marks at home. I hope that helped you, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.